A number of our community especially really recognize the beautiful campus and our facility here. What many people don't realize is the magic and the transformation that's occurring in and out of the classroom.
There is a real understanding of what helps people.
Whatcom allowed me to get my associate's degree, but also just confidence that I can do college.
You really do see how the concepts that you learn at Whatcom apply to real life.
The magic of Whatcom is truly the people.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, and I got stuck in Savannah, and a friend of mine who lived in Washington, Bellingham, said, come and live with us while you get on your feet.
It was obvious she was going to go places, and she's going there, she's going further.
I transferred to the University of Washington and did international studies, and now I'm working at the Gates Foundation.
Colleges are looking for ways to improve the progress that their students make. Whatcom's done some great work around student advising. It was the reason that we invested in them, and we're delighted, of course, that Patricia has benefited and joined us here at the foundation.
I learned how they solve problems of poverty and development. So I'd like to go back, build schools, build homes, and also create jobs in the process. But it all started with that associate's degree that opened up so many other avenues and doorways for me to realize I can do it.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. Whatcom provided an avenue for me to explore options and to really hone in on what I was really passionate about.
You know, I met him several years ago. He says, I don't know if you remember me. I was a student at Whatcom Community College, and I went to the University of Washington, got my engineering degree, and now I come into work for you. That's the kind of success story that we love and helps underscore what value Whatcom Community College can add to our business and our community.
Whatcom Community College really helped prepare me. It may have felt daunting the first step you take on a university campus, but after that you realize that you've gone through the same, if not harder, courses because you've had teachers or professors who have pushed you because they have that individual attention.
It was very clear that he was engaged in almost everything we did, all the topics that we discussed.
If you asked him, he'd probably say it was all the students that did all the work and he just stood there, but that's far from it. He knew when to step in and he knew when to let people work it out on their own. I went from one of the most entry-level maths to the highest level of math that they offer here at Whatcom. You're being prepared for a four-year education, and even better yet, you're being prepared for a career in your future.
Up until coming to Whatcom, things had been really chaotic. I was a single mom. I had spent years on the streets. I had left home at 15, and I had been through an abusive marriage. I'd lost my mother to domestic violence. So there were a lot of things statistically that should have ideally kept me from ever making it here.
I think this was a particularly good place for her, specifically because faculty are here to teach, and we love working directly with students, and we love knowing students.
It was so welcoming and so human, so human. And then to meet Kathy, yeah, I was in Kathy's office a lot.
I think her biggest challenge was, how am I going to do this? I don't have money, I don't know what I'm doing, and you know, she listened, she followed all the things I said for her to do, and if the money ran out, then there was always a scholarship.
That was really wonderful and allowed me to focus a lot more on my studies at the time. But above and beyond that, it was the first concrete, tangible evidence that people who never even met me thought that I was worth something.
She didn't have a lot of self-confidence at first. Certainly not the sort of self-confidence that you would expect from someone as gifted as she is.
In my situation where I had come from, I'd never had affirmation like I got from Sue. Never. I really do, you know what I mean? The magical thing that happened at Whatcom is that I had people help me find myself. So now, as an educator at Western, I'm hoping that they'll see the value of philanthropy and giving to higher education, specifically because higher education gives to so many, and that just keeps rippling outward.